What are you going to do for us today?
I don't know.
You're going to show us around?
What do you want me to do?
Are you going to show us the forest?
Okay. Come on. Come with me. Let's check it out. Here we are today on the property of Minnow and Julia Widmer in Albany, Oregon, right on the banks of the Calapooya River. And this would be the bird bath. There used to be flowers planted all around this, but as you can see, it's looking pretty slim now. I don't know, maybe something will spring up later on. You missed the season when all of the rhododendrons are in bloom. That happens in about the end of May, mid-June. These are all rhododendrons. As you can see, they're huge, and they would be just full of blooms. It's really beautiful. All of those are rhododendrons. Actually, there are a few that are still in bloom over there. You can see a little bit of red. I particularly like the moss on the tree. I think it gives it a very nice effect. Come along. And this is the infamous hill. Lots of people like to roll down it, get themselves full of grass. It has a very nice slope, as you can see. Watch your step, don't fall. The birds particularly enjoy this part of the lawn. These are the blueberry bushes. Come back here. Look at these beautiful blueberries. They're just starting to get ripe. Later on in the year, they'll be very delicious in pancakes. I don't know how far you can see, but this is the river beyond the blackberry bushes, the Calapooya, and this is the road to Corvallis. It looks like someone is trying to clean this out. When I was young, I used to take the trail that goes from this area all the way down to the riverbank. It looks a bit overgrown now. Excuse you. Again, this is an azalea plant. Those are rhododendrons. And there is Grandma and Grandpa's house. If you were to talk to Grandpa for very long, he'd tell you the story of how he built it by hand with only a hammer and a saw. Grandma and Uncle Henry did all of the shingling, and it took them 2 days. A lot of the wood that went into the house was from a barn that they tore down that used to be on the property.
What's this green thing on the ground?
The watering hose?
Oh.
You can tell city folk. Ah, look, the bees are busy getting the clover. Grandma and Grandpa also have a pet deer.
Pet deer?
Yes, there's a pet deer who likes to come onto their property and eat the apples off of the trees. We'll visit the apple tree soon. More rhododendrons, as you can see, they're absolutely huge. The bushes in front of the house are holly.
I once knew a girl named Holly.
Did you? Was she jolly?
Actually, I don't know.
This is Grandma and Grandpa's other house that they rent out. It's the one that they're having all the problems with right now. When Grandma and Grandpa ran the nursery, Grandma would make people's bouquets who wanted some, and she would come out here and cut some of these branches off and use them as filler in the bouquets. She also had rose bushes all the way around the fountain that she would put into the bouquets. This is Grandpa's garage, filled to the brim with tools. He was a definite handyman. All back here, there used to be greenhouses and also buildings that contained tons of plants, rhododendrons that he would sell. This field used to all be in rhododendrons. And also over here behind this apple tree, there was a building that contained rhododendrons. Here's a nice apple tree. I'm not sure which one the deer likes to eat off of. Possibly this one. It's just full. This also belongs to Grandma and Grandpa. They rent out the trailer.
The apples are pretty tasty. Tell me about the apples.
They look a bit small still. I think they need to ripen a little bit more before we can start eating them. Over here beyond the fence is what used to be the Chase Orchard. Grandma and Grandpa sold it to a developer and he built all of these lovely homes on it. The road that we're coming onto is called Perfect Lane. It's named after a man who lived down the road, Mr. Perfect.
Is that the name of a wrestler?
I don't know, is it? You're the wrestling fan.
It is. Mr. Perfect.
More rhododendrons, a holly bush.
I'm not going too far down here, are we?
No, we can turn around. I used to love going over to the Chase Orchard when I was little. It was called an orchard because there were a lot of fruit trees in back. They had apple trees and they had all kinds of nut trees as well. It was really nice to walk through. It makes me sad now when I look at it to see what it's turned into. Somewhere around here is Grandpa's broken pipe.
Grandpa's broken pipe?
Grandpa's broken pipe. It's under the ground and it's spewing up water and it needs to be dug up and replaced at some point.
Oh, I thought you meant like the pipe that he smoked.
No, Grandpa doesn't smoke. Grandma's the one who used to smoke.
You know, it's like some kind of a legend. Grandpa's broken pipe.
And there's Grandma now. She's sitting out in her lovely lawn chairs. Getting some sunlight finally.